Thank you very much for that introduction. My Welsh, where I'm from, is a lot better than my Korean, but you can test me later. I hope everyone's had a good day so far, and you're all feeling very excited to hear all about marketing and PR. So, as I've been introduced, my name is Frank Marr. I work with numerous governments across the world, as well as consumer-orientated products, and so on. So this talk is going to focus on innovation and understanding the modern climate of marketing, PR and advertising. It's going to cover the UK a little bit on how we do our marketing and also what marketeers have to consider as well. So I'm sure everybody here absolutely loves marketing, adverts, social media. I'm sure a few people on their social media at the moment. So, yeah. So marketing has changed. A billboard, a PR-pushed newspaper story, an advert are likely never to disappear in marketing. But there are more options than ever before to run a sophisticated marketing machine with so many options. From conversations with programmed chatbots to targeting your specific customers, marketeers can communicate now easily to their audiences anywhere in the world. However, the key principles of engagement stay the same. Understanding your customer, using creative ideas for conversation and strategic placements will never go away. Good engagement means finding what the customer wants, who they are, and where they're from. And without creating effective engagement, a marketeer is likely to fail what they wish to achieve. Engagement can be anything from enabling a strict corporate message to a consumer-friendly product being globally recognized. Creating the need and putting the idea into customers' heads remains the same. The challenge for organizations is now figuring out whether a billboard is as effective as a series of targeted online posts. Well, online means the customer journey to a transaction can be a lot quicker. A billboard acts as a brand reminder, but it will often be down to the creativity, budgets, and audiences that determine success. So these are what we're going to try and focus on a little bit today. So why is international marketing needed? Well, every organization needs to make money, every government organization needs to engage, and so forth. The world is more connected than ever before. Even when modern barriers of entry can start so virtually, people can get to places a lot easier. With 8 runways serving over 100 million new passengers in Beijing, China is more open to business than ever before, and Brits love to travel. In 2018 and 2017, Britain recorded over 72 million outbound trips and continued to have significant spending power. Therefore, British customers are important. We'll go on to the weather later, but Brits like to get off this island for a number of reasons, including the weather. So how do we understand the British, European customers? I'm sure there's been a lot of conversations about how Chinese customers think and so on, and we'll have a quick look at what British people think. So a study of 1,000 Brits in 2017 to a semi-reliable source did a survey, and they asked lots of British people what they loved most about Britain. And can everyone guess the first thing that British people love to talk about? The weather. Yeah. How's the weather today? Well, it's quite warm inside at least, but snow's not quite here yet. But we also have the ability to laugh at ourselves as well, apparently. We like a good, to make a mockery of ourselves. The fact everyone speaks our language is very convenient as well, even though apparently I speak Korean and a little bit of Welsh. We also think we're the best in the world at being sarcastic. I'm not sure quite what that's all about. And, of course, can you guess our favourite drink? This is where we share great comparisons. There we go. Tea, Prosecco to some, especially on a Friday And finally, the other thing that we absolutely love, we love a good line. Often international organisations need to understand who they want to appeal to within a country. Whether you're organising a new product launch or looking to promote business opportunities, an insight to your audience has never been so important, particularly as we are targeting. Knowing who you want to appeal to is part of utilising targeted data. Online content, media adverts, even newspaper and magazine publicity and advertising all require the marketeer's knowledge of their audience. I hope I've got the right audience message today in terms of marketing, but I'm aware there's a few marketers here, so hopefully I'm hitting a few people. Building a campaign around what your customer wants can be down to the style of writing, appeal of the message, and where the marketing assets are placed. Even an event's location can be key. For example, an organisation wanting to target IT professionals shouldn't do it so much in Canary Wharf, London's financial district, when Shoreditch is a key tech hub where many of the businesses operate. This is where using an international marketing agency can often help. Understanding places and people is key. Local knowledge can be useful. Marketeers can now select a single street in a city based on the behaviour habits to target individuals. The same can be said for cultural groups, sectors, and market positions. Do we all follow trends here? I've seen quite a few fashionable people here. So are we all aware of what the trends are at the moment? I'm sure if we like to go clothes shopping, then we follow trends. But trends create new ideas for marketing to drive publicity and can help revitalise a product. In the 90s, we had the idea of Cool Britannia, celebrities hanging out with politicians, the rise of Pokemon, the Super Soaker, and the start of the mass use of the hand phone. In the early millennium, we had the panic about the millennium bug, then the birth of the iPod, and the rise of the smartphone. The robots are rising. In 2019, we have more focuses on health, fitness, wellness, self-improvement, mental health, over-tourism, and 90s clothing has made a comeback, which is quite useful for those looking to save money. But who sets the trends? Did we all see the Gillette advert recently on an attack on masculinity, apparently? Nobody saw the Gillette advert? One part of the pretty poor marketing. What did you think of it? Are you going to go and buy some shaving foam?
I'll just buy what I normally do. Just take any
There we go. So the best a man can get. So Gillette tried to tap in on a current trend and succeeded to generate a lot of publicity. So from my point of view, I'm marketing Gillette now. They've done quite a good job. Someone's talking about them. So who sets the trends? In the UK, they can often come from a major news incident, like the Harvey Weinstein scandal, pushing women's rights top of the agenda. Maybe this came as a result of the Harvey Weinstein scandal. The sudden realisation of health issues from the rise of diseases and the need to be fitter and healthier has also been a big factor. A new line of thinking, such as the popularity of veganism, is growing. Has that played a role on how we look at the environment and so forth? Marketeers can always use these ideas to push forward what their product is or what the conversation is. So viral promotions can also emerge quickly, as I've mentioned with the Gillette advert. Examples of viral success include a cancer research charity promoting no makeup selfie from a trend hashtag campaign by an agency who spotted a popular Twitter hashtag. So an agency in Australia, I believe, spotted that there was a certain hashtag trending, and they pushed it forward to the charity to follow this, and As a result, it became a big viral story with lots of celebrities being engaged in it. Did anybody do the ice bucket challenge? Anyone remember the ice bucket challenge? There you go, a few good people at the right. So the participants who helped get involved with the ice bucket challenge, which went from America, the UK, all the way to China and so on, shook up the world and for a moment raised 100 million for ALS. Online memes are now the buzzword of the day. They can create a social media buzz, such as Netflix's recent film Bird Box. Thanks to the use of memes around specific topics, they widened their audience appeal, resulting in it being seen by 45 million people in the first week, a Netflix record for a film. PR has often been about storytelling, creating and communicating information. Integrating marketing now needs PR tools. People don't want to think they're being sold something directly. They want to feel part of something. Oops, where are we? So why do we need public relations? We need it to develop content. We need it to be communicated. We need it to give people ideas. We need it to make people interested, and it's often not a picture anymore that does that. We need to utilize multiple platforms, whether it's social media, website engagement, blogs, newspapers, and so forth. People want to be entertained or provided with information that will stimulate them. Finding what people, the media, and the online world want can often be achieved from an idea and some solid content created that can be utilized on Google banners, Instagram, and various other platforms, LinkedIn, and so forth. Such as this Concord campaign by Pepsi. They were a little bit before the social media time, but I'm sure they would have been. It would have had a lot of online attention, but the newspapers gave it plenty of publicity. And that is always down to the creativity of the marketeer. Some more examples of how we can generate some quick marketing reactions. Star Wars, for example, or other films, they love to place famous characters, popular characters in iconic places. Here we have the Great Wall of China with lots of stormtroopers. Another campaign by the WWF in 2018 activated a stunt in Paris. It was a powerful campaign. They installed 1,600 pandas in front of the iconic Eiffel Tower. Each panda represented one of 1,600 pandas existing in the world. And whilst they looked similar, each sculpture had its own expressions to highlight the individuality of the beautiful creatures. So each individual panda was able to give that individual social media picture, that moment that somebody could share on an Instagram story or a Facebook post. The campaign went on to tour major cities around the world, including Lyon, Berlin, Bordeaux, Beijing, Hong Kong, and Taipei. Delivering a powerful visual warning on the state of the planet and those with whom we share, it was a truly global campaign. Some other examples was Land Rover's launch in China, again using the I believe it's the Great Wall. I need to double check that. And we also have WeChat Sky Scanner campaign using a QR code on WeChat. If anybody wants to try and see if it works, be my guest. So there's never been a bigger need to combine every element or many different disciplines in marketing. Whether it's sales, whether it's PR or advertising, each one plays a role. From earned, owned, paid, each element can support the other. The key to an award-winning campaign can often be down to the start and middle. The start being the idea, the middle being the analysis on whether the idea has been picked up, and if it hasn't been picked up, going back to the start. It is often important to consider certain stages in order to maintain consistency. Here are some marketing models to consider, but there are so many different facets. The integration of everything has never been so important. So remember, there are endless ways to connect. Often, a room full of 50 VIP people can be as beneficial as a big online spend or big billboard. It's a matter of who those 50 people are. Or a newspaper article can connect to your customers through important information. Deciding the right method is always a challenge. There is never a right method. It is how you think about what your audiences look at. Do many people read the FT here? And is that a big influence on your life? Is it a daily basis of the FT? So some publicity in the FT could be beneficial to people targeting you, and so on. As mentioned over again, it's always important to have a relevant mix. Similar to this campaign we carried out for the Chinese electric bike company Super Soco, we conducted online engagement with videos. We then got media to make videos as well, doing a series of YouTube chat promotions with targeted adverts, along with large-scale newspaper publicity, which reached out to millions and led to a lot of traffic and sales from the website. There are also new methods, such as chatbots, yet marketers must still always understand the culture of its audiences when setting them up. As we say, data doesn't destroy creativity, it makes it more effective. And it's a very exciting time to work in marketing with data. So what's becoming popular now? Marketeers are being constantly presented with new tools, whether it's Snapchat, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, WeChat, Weibo. There are endless opportunities. We've never had such a fragmented use of tools to target such a mass group of people, and we can do it globally now. For example, the BBC spent 10 million on developing a new sound platform, with podcasts being a key part of that. We're now working more with podcasts. Podcasts create a bigger audible opportunity, but require skilled PR to make the messages non-commercial. Finally, AI is growing. AI tools like Amazon Alexa or what's Siri on your smartphone is making marketeers think in a far more creative way on how they can get a piece of that pie, and to look at how they can engage people in different ways. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. It's an exciting and dynamic world out there, but how we communicate will always be the way we can win. Thank you very much.